Good evening. Thank you again for joining me. My name is Gina, also known as the Conservative Granny. I just have a few things that I would like to say. You hear a lot about people, especially football players, that don't want to stand up for the flag. They take the knee because they figure that that's kind of protest is going to help solve the problem of what they think is a problem. That white police want to kill all black men or whatever the excuse is. I believe that it's a form of disrespect. It's not protest, it's plain disrespect. And not standing for the flag is like a slap in the face. And I say that if you don't want to stand for our flag, then you need to leave and find a flag that you will stand for. Because instead of taking a knee to protest, you should be getting on both knees and thanking God that you live in a country where you're able to have that freedom. And the men and the women that have died for that freedom, it's like slapping them in the face. And I don't care what you say, that is not any way to protest. I mean, you can kneel until you're blue in the face, and that's not going to solve the problem. These sports figures make a lot of money, and there's one in particular that basically really started all this. But we all know who it is. And he has been making money off of those same people he's protesting about. He's also making money off of those people that he's protesting for. So it's a matter of just a thing to have publicity and to make money. He is doing well off of that. And what upsets me is these people blindly follow him and they believe that he is right for that. And it's not right. If you're living in a country and you're getting all the benefits of the country, you're making well in the country, what you need to do is you need to be appreciative. And instead of kneeling down, he should be putting some of his money to solve the problem. We need education. We need to help the women that may be raising young black men by themselves, or any children really by themselves, because in order to have a good family that's stable, there really should be a mother and a father. But I know nowadays it's basically not that way. And that's the way God intended it to be, because he knew that you need both authorities to each one to level each other off. As the Bible says, show your child the way he shall go, and he will not depart from it. That's not the situation today, because today it's a big problem. Anybody that thinks kneeling for the flag is right needs to really stand up. Stand up and be the American that they are. Stand up and face the problem. Do what you can to resolve the problem. Don't try to make everything racist and everything the way it really isn't. I mean, there is some racism, yes, but it's really a matter of a situation. And we also need money to educate the police and ways of dealing with, the situation, because basically today it's a lot different than it was years ago. So we need to really get back to the basics and try to find a solution to it, not add to the problem. And the one thing that you need to really realize is that America is the greatest country in the world, and you have your freedom to live your life, and you have a lot of rights that other people don't have. And you need to remember that there's so many people that would trade places with you in a heartbeat. And you are really blessed. When you think about Americans taking their freedom for granted, it's very sad, because there are people that would trade places with them in a heartbeat. They don't even know if they're going to wake up in the morning. They don't even know if their children are going to wake up in the morning, because it's constantly wars and things like that. So we really need to be appreciative of the blessings that we have and proud of being an American. No matter what our problems are, no matter how unhappy you may be at some things, always remember that you are blessed to be an American. So let's just use our heads and let's put God back into America and start thinking with our hearts, not always with our heads, and just try to work together, because Trump is not dividing the country. The politicians really are not dividing the country. Who's dividing the country is us. We need to be the America that we're meant to be. United we stand, divided we fall. And we need to very, very much be appreciative of that. So that's some of my thoughts about the situation with kneeling for the flag. And I would like to say thank you to everybody. I wish everybody a good night and God bless.